Hey there guys, and this is DDay from Post, and I am gonna tell you we had a little bit of an audio issue here. The thing is, we're actually gonna be doing the boss. I'm gonna be commentating a little bit. There's also gonna be annotations because I'm gonna have to cut a lot of deaths. I actually had a toothache and I was sleep deprived. I think I'd spent 48 hours since I slept. In fact, it's more than that now. I'm gonna try and do this editing of this video, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed. It sounds about like the good thing to do. So what I'm about to do is run in here, and there's going to be a boss. I would also like to say is most of my deaths was me trying to fight my way up here. And nowadays I just run up here, especially near the end of this video. You're going to see me fight this guy. It's going to be an amazing fight, by the way. And I wish I could like include all my deaths, but the thing is, there's too many of them. And here's the movie.
Their wills are weak, minds young. Were it not for fear, death.
So first off, I'm going to include my first attempt, which is actually a long attempt because I was actually trying to feel out this monster. The thing is, there's a move that really sucks, that really hurts. And it's also a good move to actually hit him. The thing is with this thing, there's a lot of risk you must take to get hits in. Normally the moves that do a lot of damage are the moves that open her up the most, where you can actually get a hit in. And here I am also trying to use my gun to see if I can stagger the beast with a gun, if I got her in the middle of an attack. And the thing is, I don't think I can. But then again, the only time I tried to stagger her with a gun is the first time. But I think I tried enough, and I tried to get her at opportune times to actually do it. And I don't think you can with a gun. But you can get her to stagger with a sword. Normally it's with a certain amount of hits and at certain times when she does things. Like when she leaps forward, that is a really good time to hit her. That move sucks sometimes, but it's a weak attack. It just hurts you when she does that. I just checked this in post. You saw when I got hit with the leap forward? I checked it, right? And I was clearly away from her move and I got hit. That's the thing about this boss. Some of her hitboxes, if they are boxes, I don't really know exactly what they did to figure out what hits and what doesn't. It just seems off, and I get hit all the time by things I dodged. It's just a freaking miracle. Also, I would like to talk about another aspect of this boss. You won't see it on the first fight. The thing is, it heals. It literally will heal. And the thing about with me at least, is my weapon cannot counter her healing that well. I mean, we normally break even, or sometimes she even gets more health than she had before. So I always have to hope that I stagger her when I do that. And you also have to follow up quickly. If not, she will definitely get an edge on you. You can see I'm trying to get the hand, I'm just keep on whiffing. But I don't think it was a bad first attempt. I did worser afterwards, I won't lie. Sometimes really bad. And here's a fun fact that you're about to see after this fight, after I die. The last fight, I literally burnt through all my 99 heal vials. Blood vials, I mean. As you can see, was plainly not ready for that, and it kind of sucked. It really hurts. And if you're wondering what level I'm at right now, it's actually level 40. I think it's on par or maybe under-leveled for this area, because I'm sure I jumped ahead. In fact, I would like to address that right now to you guys. After this battle, we're actually going to go back to the abandoned town. The thing is, I think I found the other way. I missed it. I literally missed it, and I didn't mean to miss it. It just, something that happened. So I literally jumped to the gate because I was like, well, I know the gate has something, and I know it's not going to hide it too well. Because it looked like everything was out in the open, and it was. Whether I liked it or not, total different story. Alright, and I'd also like to point out, but it's not going to happen just right yet, but sometimes when you hit her, she starts to bleed on certain moves. And then normally it's for like a certain time limit, I don't know. But the thing is, I think when she bleeds, and she does a move, I think that's a good time where you could possibly counter, or, well, stagger the beast. I think you're going to see it very soon now. When she does moves, she's just going to be blood. Not yet. And I don't quite understand what's going on here, but it might be the case. There it is, right there. You see the blood? There it is again. So I'm thinking that that's a good place to counter, or you do more damage at that moment. I would also like to point out the real enemy is actually the freaking columns here, because you can literally get caught up in them. Also, the arena isn't too big, but I'm sure people from Dark Souls will say that this arena is big, and they're probably right. But I don't think it was big enough. I wish they gave me a few more inches at the back end where the stairwell began. And that move right there, I clearly dodged it, but I got hit anyway. That one I kind of wasn't there for, but I think it had a shockwave, so I guess it was right. Yeah, it does have a shockwave. It's like a little cloud. By the way, my death is coming up really soon. Almost. I was going to say there we are, but nah, it's a few more seconds here. That move right there that I got hit with is also a good opportunity to actually hit him. Here it comes. Done. And that one actually hit. As I said, a lot of those moves are very, very fickle on their hitbox. And now I hope you enjoy the awesomeness that's about to occur. Okay guys, I think it's best to start off with the run, because I wanted to show you how I run over here anyway. I pretty much ignore everything. I save my sprint until I get near that guy, and then I start sprinting again. Then once I get over here, I let it rest. And then once I turn the corner, I start to run again. And here's where I take my time sometimes. I'm not sure if I actually risked it. No, I didn't risk it. Okay. And then I just run by when he actually is open. And here I just run past these guys because they're so easy. You just stay far away from them because they could poke at you still. And now it's smooth sailing to the boss. I will not say this run was text perfect by any means. I end up using at least 18 of my health potions. A lot of it's from misreading the situation. And that one just was a bad camera angle. I even tell you what happened. I literally used my button to lock on. It literally swung me backwards like that. And I might have still gotten hit because I rolled, but I'm not too sure. If everything worked out the way it should have, I should have locked on. There was a misread. That's some good footwork right there. That actually saved my butt there. There's a pretty good dodge. I whiffed though. And it was worse enough that I actually double dodged. Here I was going to go for the last hit and I forgot there was one more shot. Here is the move that you really look for to actually counter. And as you can see, she staggered a little bit. This is a small stagger. There's actually big staggers too. With small staggers, you really need to take the opportunity to light her up a little bit. And here I fire a firebomb for her. Who the hell knows? She jumped it, so. And here I was actually able to get this right. Sometimes I messed that up. It was a very bold hit right there. And I paid for it trying to do it again. There's another small stagger. Big stagger is where you get real damage. I would like to note how you monopolize on the stagger. Also, she howled, so I figured I could get one more shot in. And it was a good judgment call. And this is where I had a lapse of judgment. Because I saw her back up and put her hands up. I thought she was going to heal. Because this is around where she should be healing now. There's a howl. And there's a good judgment call. Except I whiffed at least one of my shots. When he did that small swipe, that was a good opportunity to actually hit, and I missed that opportunity. There we go, and that time I staggered her, and I could have gotten one more shot in. Another missed opportunity to actually hit her, and then I tried to go for it, and I ended up getting hit, but it didn't do too much damage, so we actually came out pretty good. And there's a dodge that hit me. I literally dodged it. It was a perfect dodge. And there's another perfect dodge, but that time it didn't hit. The hitboxes are just so wonky. It's normally the most dangerous moves that open him up that do the most damage and are the most wonky hitboxes. All the weak ones are like, oh yeah, they're pretty accurate. Dodge, and there's whiff. Oh, then the heal. I read into it pretty well. Except you can see Elma's coming out ahead on health. I can't do enough DPS to really counteract it. Here I took an extra shot in so I can get some more damage to Elma. And I whiff, and then I got one extra hit in. That was kind of pathetic there. Alright, then she went for a heal again. This time I believe she gets big stagger. Yeah, she does. And I just go right in for it. There you go, I actually read the howl pretty well, except it was kind of dangerous. Ooh, and there you go. That was actually a really good reach. I never really seen him do that until then. And there was a mistake. I need to read up on that a lot more, because that move, he doesn't do that often until later on when he's that weak. But that is so easy to hit him at least twice. The delay on that is so big. And here I misread the move. I thought when he backed up that he was going to heal because of the distance that we were away, so I figured I'd run up and I got popped. And there's another heal. Does she get staggered or... No, but we ended it early, so it's not as bad. Then she goes for another one, and I think we get staggered. Yes. And I was able to at least get one in. If I read that better, I would have been able to get two. There's our big stagger there, and I was able to get a charge hit in. Here I take two, and I run away because my stamina was too low. There we go. Then I go for the hand again for that when she howls, but I keep missing. It's fine. It's good to go for it, but it's also risky business. And then I go in for the kill, I think. Yes. And that is about it on that fight. It's pretty cool. I ended up using this gold pendant, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to actually save it because I feel like it has something to do with the story, or maybe we can actually craft it into a better item. I don't know. And here's a movie.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence.
I like how we just gained Goku's ability to frickin' read minds. But technically, it's not alive. I understand that. In fact, I guess they're hinting that our character's a clairvoyant, almost? I guess. I don't know how he was able to get that information from a skull, but I guess clairvoyant would be the word for it. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm actually going to use this pendant by accident because I didn't read up on it much. And then I just used it, and I was like, oh, that sucked. And I really wanted to keep it because it could have actually been something really good. And I think it's actually to craft a better weapon later on. I guess. I'm hoping. I think it's like the Dark Souls, pretty much. And this is when I discovered when I used the watch, it actually gave me a gem, which I think sucks, actually. I really didn't like what I got from it, and I wish I never did it. And what I'm actually going to be doing now is I'm going to be jumping to the old man at our home base, because he has something to say.
The healing church and the blood ministers who belong to it were once guardians of the hunters in the times of the hunter Ludwig. They worked and forged weapons in their unique workshop. Today, most ministers don't recall the hunters, but they have much to offer you. And so, heed the message of your forebears. Ascend to Erden Chapel. Ascend to Erden Chapel. From there, you will find the church workshop.
This is when I try and re-talk to him to see if he actually says anything else, and he doesn't. So what I'm actually going to say is like, comment, and subscribe. And next time we're going to see us at the abandoned town. So have a great and wonderful day.